My very first console I ever owned was the Nintendo Entertainment System, otherwise known as the NES. I absolutely loved that console as a kid. That system still resonates with a lot of players, with a lot of gamers. And what's really cool is after all these years, people are still creating games in that same likeness or vein, those 8-bit pixel graphics. So I figured for today's video, I would show you 4 of those games for the Nintendo Switch that are in that 8-bit NES classic style. The best thing about these games too is they're super cheap. They can be had for $5 or less, which is an awesome deal. So whether you're into that retro style or you're just looking for a few games on the cheap to add to your collection for the Switch, you definitely do not want to miss out on this list. Today's episode is going to be a lot of fun. First up, we have a game called Ravva and the Cyclops Curse. This game is an 8-bit style game where you play as Ravva, a magician who has the ability to summon minions that have special powers. Unlike most games, you start out with all the powers unlocked from the get. Some powers have the ability to launch projectiles, while another has the ability to freeze objects, and another has the ability to reveal secrets. You need to use these abilities to find the exit through 10 stages. I really like the challenge and the level layouts in this one. There's lots of little secrets through each stage to find to maximize your score. It kind of reminds me a bit of Mega Man in level stage layout, albeit no bosses and the powers are unlocked from the get like I mentioned before. Definitely a fun platformer and one worth checking out. Alright, so the next one is going to be kinda hard for me to say properly, so don't shoot me. I'm going to try to pronounce this one the best I can, so bear with me. Wukong VS Robot. Okay, so I didn't butcher that so bad. Anyway, if you're looking for a Metroidvania style game that's 8-bit, this is one to definitely check out. The hero is captured and he needs to find and defeat 4 bosses to escape. I really like the power-ups you gain along the way with lasers, and then there's one cool ability that has this bottle that puffs smoke to attack enemies. Yeah, I know, it's a little silly, but that was my go-to weapon in this game. There's of course upgrades and all just like any proper Metroidvania. The only downside in this game is that once you know how to beat it, you can literally beat the game in less than 30 minutes. Of course, it's going to take much longer on your first playthrough. I had fun with this, and honestly, I hope they expand on this with a bigger game. And yeah, I know the cutscenes aren't exactly 8-bit, but the core game is, so it fits in this list. Anyway, check this game out when you can. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. The next game I have is one I reviewed on this channel a few weeks ago, but definitely worth mentioning again, and that's Super Hiking League DX. Definitely check out the full review when you can, but for now I'll give you the gist. You are a hiker, and the gimmick is you have a rope that allows you to swing and bungee off flowers, as well as attack enemies and the other player. In each stage, you're competing against the computer or another player to race to the top to grab the magical gem. There's local multiplayer, but the game also features a full single-player mode, as well as other modes, and lots of unlockable stages, 29 in all. This is a huge value for $5. I absolutely love this game. If you only have $5 and that's all you have, and you can only pick one game from this list, this is the game you definitely want to get. And for the final game I want to share with you today, it's a game called Clash Force. This game definitely has Contra vibes. It's not the easiest game on this list, but you can definitely see it from the look of it. It is very Contra-esque here. It does have a little bit of Mega Man feels in terms of the graphics and that, but I like this game. It's a little fun romp. If you want to play something, if you want a little bit of Contra fix, it's definitely a game to check out. It's not as... I don't want to say it's not as great as that, because, you know, Contra's a hard game to top, but it's good for what it is. I like it. It's $5. I mean, you can't hurt yourself for $5 here, but it's a fun game. The only thing I wish this game had was co-op multiplayer. If the game had that, this game would be absolutely amazing to me, just to have that. But unfortunately, this is a single-player game. But if you want a game for your Contra fix, there's nothing wrong with more Contra. Class Force is definitely a game worth checking out. And there you go, there's some NES style games for the Nintendo Switch. A lot of these games are also on other platforms, as you saw throughout this video. All 4 games I've had a lot of fun playing on the Switch, and like I said, best of all, they're very cheap to get, so that's always a plus. Of course, there's a lot more of these, especially for 16-bit 2 and other pixel style games. I'm definitely going to revisit this topic more than once on this channel, so make sure you subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, you definitely want to subscribe. I do a bunch of videos each and every week. Lots of Switch stuff, as well as some retro games and other games as well. You definitely don't want to miss out. Also, if you found this video useful, throw me a thumbs up on this video. It helps out the video, helps out the channel. And let me know in the comments down below if there's some NES style or 8-bit style games that you think people need to check out. I'm always on the hunt for more, so I'm curious. I want to see some people's suggestions as well. Definitely always on the hunt. And of course, shout out to the Kaiju Club patrons. These wonderful people you see on screen here, they help to finance these videos, help to fund this channel, help to bring content and games and all that goodness to you guys. If you wish to become a Patreon and help out this channel, check the link on the screen right now. It's also in the description box down below. Patreon pledges to start at just $1. You can always pledge more if you wish. But with that said, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time.